So, non-binary American Zachary Michael, unelected representative of the LGBTQIA+, fill in future letters, has made a video about Chantal claiming that she's homophobic.
Recently, Chantal was diagnosed with gonorrhea and got it from her partner. And while trying to decide if it's possible in the realm of all that happens in her life, if it's possible that she potentially didn't get it because Nader cheated on her, she had a lot of homophobic shit to say.
Must have been with someone fucking nasty. Maybe a guy. I'm only kidding, but I heard that like it's transmitted a lot easier between like which in which case I don't care. No, I heard that. I read that today actually. That's what the article said, Phoebe Lee. That it's not homophobic.
So, make of that clip what you will. I originally saw that clip from Charlie Gold on Twitter.
Twitter is a bathroom wall.
Apparently, they dragged me on Twitter. I don't give a fuck, because Twitter's not a real place.
But I've seen it again because there was an account that tweeted a clip from Pulpy Syntax. If you don't follow him, he's another queer person who reacts to Chantal.
Can't throw a rock in this place without hitting a gay guy clowning on fat white women.
With her, and quite honestly, she's done a number of things that probably deserve my time and energy to discuss, but that I don't feel like eloquent or articulate enough to discuss those things, or knowledgeable enough about those things. And at this point, there are plenty of channels out there that are covering the many things that Chantal is doing that are problematic.
We know, Chantal's content gets them cash. You'll be making more videos about her to get money soon enough anyway.
But I want to talk about this particular clip that I just showed you because it's homophobia. It's homophobic. It's disgusting. And I feel like, well, one, many people ask me to give my thoughts about it, but two, I've always been very vocal about things related to the LGBTQIA community. I'm a part of that community. I care a lot about that community, and I feel like I just have to say some things about it. So if you're unsure why that clip's problematic, if you don't know, in the 80s and 90s, the queer community was majorly impacted by the HIV and AIDS pandemic, okay? We were largely looked at, I mean, I'm saying we, I was but a baby.
Speaking of babies, well, da baby. This reminds me of something.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put a cell phone like that up.
At the time, okay, I was a kid at the time, but our community was like torn apart by this disease because we were turned away when we went to get help. The government didn't give a shit about us, okay? Ever since then, we have continued to be stigmatized as dirty, as unclean, as sexual deviants, as people not deserving of love even if we have life-threatening diseases, okay? This is not a stereotype. I mean, certainly it's changed, right? Like, if you don't know, like things like HIV, you can be HIV positive and live a fruitful, successful life. We have thankfully come so far with medicine, okay, that we are able to live with that, or many people who have HIV, who are HIV positive, can live if they are able to access medical treatment, okay?
What does this have to do with Chantal's joke? Also, we know about PrEP. You told Michael be petty to start using it.
Reasons why so many LGBTQIA people don't come out of the closet is because of stigma like this attached to your sexual health. So yes, this is homophobic. It's homophobic to suggest that because Nader cheated on her, that it had to have been with a man, because that's just gross. And the only way for something gross to happen is for it to come from a man.
Since he's making this mainly about HIV, let's take a look at some statistics. Try not to automatically be offended, I know you will though. So, it's still very prevalent in the queer community. And it is factually easier for men to pass it on to each other. That is not homophobic.
And if you don't think that these stereotypes still exist or that they're not still impacting queer people, then I'm just going to give you myself as an example. And that's not to say that any of this is specifically about me, because it's not. It's about the larger queer community. But the example I can present to you right now is me, right? I can present to you what I have faced and what I have experienced. And I have receipts, okay? So even just a couple weeks ago, if you didn't know, I wasn't feeling well. And I took like a week, 2 weeks off from YouTube, from posting on YouTube, because like I just didn't have the energy. I'm still not exactly sure what was wrong with me. It was for sure not COVID, because I got tested for that. But I just was really, really not feeling well. So tell me why this person asked HIV maybe? And then on a whole different video a week ago, Jennifer had this to say: "You've been sick many times. Have you been tested for the big A? Cancer? It can't be COVID, you got vaxxed." In the community, face, experience, etc. And probably honestly, I probably don't even have it as bad as some people in the community. But unfortunately, I'm not surprised that this is something that has come out of Chantal's mouth. This isn't the first time that something Chantal has said or done has alarmed me in terms of homophobia. I think most people in the community probably are well aware of Chantal's documented history of saying and doing racist things. I mean, at this point, I don't think that's a surprise to many people. But you might not remember an incident in February of 2020, which honestly doesn't feel like that long ago, but it's like a year and a half ago at this point. But in February of 2020, Chantal decided to share a channel and a video on her community tab. And the video, if I remember correctly, was something about how like all of us that reacted to Chantal and Amberlynn were hypocrites because we were food addicts or whoever, whatever. I don't know. It was really stupid. That video itself was like, I guess, harmless. But the person who created it was a channel called Fatty Gold, which they have since been terminated because they were a channel that was dedicated to making very disparaging videos, particularly about Charlie Gold, that were also racist. Their name was Fatty Gold, and their avatar picture was a picture of a monkey. Okay, so you can connect the dots on why this person was racist. Chantal shared their channel, and I don't know, I mean, her ignorance...
Fatty Gold was deleted well over a year ago. She shared one video pointing out how the Haydors had their own issues, and he's still using that against her. Did Chantal shame a dying woman for having a GoFundMe, like you and your pals did?
It doesn't surprise me that she shared this channel without realizing, or maybe she did realize, that this channel had a number of racist videos about Charlie Gold. But what you might not remember, because it did happen, okay? What you might not remember is that at the same time that she shared that, there was also a video on this person's channel called Zachary Michael Might Be HIV Positive. And it was a whole video dedicated to analyzing and critiquing whether or not I was HIV positive, because at the time I had a scrape on my forehead right here because I was fucking clumsy. When I tell you that Chantal, I'm not surprised that she is out here saying this, is because at the time she willingly shared a video, a channel that had a video like that in addition to like all of the racist stuff.
And I recall Chantal shared one video and didn't look through the rest of the channel. After she did, she apologized about it. This is such a weird tangent. Also, I don't recall there being any racist videos on Fatty Gold's channel. There were gorilla videos about Harambe and Fatty's favorite apes and monkeys, one of which was the profile icon. Oh, remember that time Nene Love dragged Zachary? Why does he bother about Chantal, but never confronted Nene? It seems he only picks battles that get him views.
You want Amber to lose weight. You want Chantal to lose weight. We want you to tell the kids how to prevent from having HIV. Because, homeboy, that thing on your forehead, you know that's a lesion. You know you're HIV positive. Fucking Michael B. Petty fucked around and told on you one night in his live. He was talking about how you was telling him he need to go on that medicine to keep from preventing from getting HIV. So he basically told on you. He basically was ratting you out, not in so many words, but he told on you. And I'm not being funny, but 99% of gay men carry the virus. So we the people need for you to stop talking about the Slayton sisters. We need you to stop talking about Amber Lynn. We need you to stop talking about Chantal, a.k.a. Foodie Booty. We need you to sit down and tell your truth. Tell your truth. Tell how you caught HIV. We know how you caught it, but you need to tell the kids, Zachary. You need to tell the children, the upcoming queens, on how to go out there and protect themselves to keep from getting HIV/AIDS. That's what we need you to do. That's it. Correct. And we need you to let the children know. We the people need you, Zachary, Michael, to let the people know how condoms are free. That's it.
Whether you agree with Nene or not, Zachary had a direct insult given to him. He knew about it and never addressed it. Instead, he creates drama from nothing about Chantal and Amberlynn for views.
What saddens me is that the LGBTQ community has to keep having these conversations. We have to keep having these conversations about people saying we're dirty, saying that we're sexual deviants, blaming us for when their partner cheats on them.
She never said you were dirty, she never called you a sexual deviant. She was joking about her boyfriend sleeping with a guy. Again, you shamed a dying woman for having a GoFundMe. She died. You never apologized. You have no leg to stand on, bucko.